We're starting out 5 o'clock with a live look outside. Ooh, be a good day to be in the water. Another day of fire danger. Red flag warnings have been issued due to the hot, dry, and strong winds that we have been seeing.
We have already seen a couple of fires pop up. Right now, we are following updates on what is called the Bear Fire that is burning in Los Animas County. Evacuations have been ordered for a remote area near Bear Springs Road. And this is about an hour south of the town of La Junta. County fire officials say the fire is about 120 acres right now. Still no word on containment. Thanks for joining us at 5, everyone. I'm Phil Lipoff.
And I'm Kim Christensen. We're going to get right to Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin for more on the conditions, and then hopefully when we get the cool down, Kathy.
Oh, we have not one, but 2 cool fronts we're tracking, Kim, so that's great news. And I always think that Water World or Elitch Garden shot always looks so refreshing this time of year. Even though it kind of looks like a toilet bowl, it looks like it'd be really fun. We have temperatures today close to 90. There's a fair amount of wind west and south. Not a super windy day in downtown Denver, but with the heat and the lack of moisture and any amount of wind, you're going to have elevated to critical fire weather across a large portion of Colorado. Southeastern Colorado temperatures headed into the mid-90s, close to 100. We're closing in on 90 here in Denver, and the humidity values continue to drop single digits now. So as the wind increases up over the higher passes in southeastern Wyoming, concerns for elevated fire danger and rapid fire spread. So fire weather warnings remain in effect, not just for Denver, but much of Colorado. That'll go through tonight. And we have a cool front on the way, but it's yesterday's storm that's wreaking havoc in the Midwest. If you're travel is taking you out of Colorado and you're headed east tonight, you're going to run into tornadic supercells with large hail at airport delays from Kansas City to Chicago back into Minneapolis. Right here in Colorado, we're looking good. Severe weather threat is east of us. Hard to believe we're saying that in the month of June, our severe weather month, but we'll take it. We have fair skies and lighter winds as the sun goes down tonight. We're waiting on a cool front that's coming in, and that will drop temperatures 10 degrees tomorrow and bring us less wind, which is always a good thing. So we have mid-80s now. We drop into the 70s by 10 o'clock tonight. Coming up, much more on the fire weather warnings, the incoming cool front, and oh yeah, your weekend just days away. I'll have information on that as well.
It's been more than 3 weeks since Cargill locked out about 1,700 workers. That came after the workers rejected a contract offer from the beef plant.
The union representing those workers in Fort Morgan claims that the company violated federal labor laws, and now it's taken another step in that standoff. Kevin Vaughn from 9 News Investigates joins us now from the newsroom. And Kevin, the union didn't go to court. It went straight to the federal government.
Yeah, Kim and Phil, the union filed a complaint with the National Labor Relations Board. It accuses the company of multiple violations of federal labor law. They've marched outside the beef processing plant on the east side of Fort Morgan and up and down Main Street since contract negotiations broke down.
We're not working. We're not allowed in the building.
Not working because the company locked them out, erecting barriers to keep them off the property. Now, Teamsters Local 455 has filed a complaint with the federal government against Cargill, a company with roughly 2,100 workers, by far the largest employer in Morgan County. In a filing with the National Labor Relations Board, the union accused Cargill of 2 specific violations of federal labor law. One is interfering in the rights of workers to collectively bargain, and the other is changing the terms and conditions of employment. How long it will take to resolve this is a guess, said employment attorney Ridge Rath.
It depends. It depends on how negotiations go between the parties. I think usually the way this resolves is when you've got a collective bargaining agreement kind of at the root of all the issue here. That tends to be kind of a global resolution of everything involved. So, there's a chance that they could come to an agreement on the collective bargaining stuff and find a way to factor in the NLRB charges with that and kind of disperse with it all at once.
Since the lockout began, Cargill has been sending cattle to other beef plants to avoid disruptions in its processing. We reached out to Cargill today earlier in an effort to get the company's response to the complaint. We have not yet heard back. Reporting live in the newsroom, Kevin Vaughn, 9 News.
And just a little bit of an escalation in this today, Kevin. Everybody just wanting it to end.
Yeah, the sides got together and negotiated a little bit in late May. They did not come up with an agreement, and we don't know of any plans for more negotiations at this point.
And so it continues. Kevin, thank you.
Denver police are asking for the public's help in identifying a driver in a hit-and-run crash from over the weekend. Police say it happened at the intersection of Colorado Boulevard and East 14th, just south of Colfax. Police are searching for this white or silver car. They believe the driver of the car hit someone riding a motorcycle as they were crossing East 14th Avenue. The victim suffered serious injuries. Police say the car may have damage to the front passenger side. If you have any information, you are asked to call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers.
New data from the Colorado Department of Transportation shows the number of young people dying in car crashes reached a record high last year. CDOT says in 2025, 86 drivers and passengers between the ages of 15 and 20 died in crashes. That is nearly double the number of deaths recorded in 2015. The agency says the top causes were distracted driving, speeding, following too close, and lane violations. They also say that about a third of teen drivers who died in car crashes were not wearing a seatbelt. CDOT says deadly crashes spiked during the summer, so they are urging everybody to please drive safely.
The University of Colorado is looking to buy one of downtown Denver's emptiest towers. This was first reported by our partners at the Denver Business Journal. The CU Foundation submitted an application to the Denver Downtown Development Authority seeking money to buy Independence Plaza. It's a 25-story building on 17th Street. If the purchase goes through, CU would redevelop it into a hub for education and business development. CU Denver has requested $36 million to help with several different parts of the project. The university expects to submit building permits by July of 2026.
Fans will be hearing some new voices during Nuggets broadcasts moving forward. Announcers Chris Marlowe, Scott Hastings, and reporter Chris Dempsey will not be returning next season. Marlowe has been the play-by-play man for the Nuggets games for Altitude since 2004. Before his run as the voice of the Nuggets, he was an Olympic gold medalist on the 1984 men's volleyball team. Hastings is a former NBA champion who spent his last years playing in Denver before going into broadcasting. Dempsey grew up in Denver. He used to write for the Denver Post before joining Altitude. We're told he will stay on Altitude Radio. A new broadcast team has not been determined that we know of. We'll have more coming up in sports.